Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy J Mega here with another review video. So today I saw the movie Battle Los Angeles. It stars Aaron Eckhart, Michelle Rodriguez, Neo. Yes, the R&B singer Neo. But I'm gonna tell you, this movie. I'm gonna just start out the review with this. This movie is, in my opinion, the best humans versus aliens movie since Independence Day, and I'm being dead serious. Um, is I like the movie because it takes, even though it has basically the same kind of ending an alien movie that a movie would have, and it still has a lot of cliche stuff. The way it approaches things, I thought was a whole lot more realistic. Um, I gotta tell you, if you don't like the, and it really didn't get too bad with the shaky camera thing. But if you don't like the shaky camera and stuff, don't watch it. If you're not into, well, I mean, I don't even know why you go see this movie if you know. But if you're not into a whole lot of violence, then don't go see it. If you are into that, definitely go for it. Um, Things I loved about this movie. I loved that it was gritty, realistic. Um, the other crazy thing is this movie. I know this is just a crazy thing to throw out there. This movie made me want to be a damn Marine because I mean, it's almost like Marines. Honestly, they should use this as a recruitment video. Like show somebody this movie, and then tell them at the very end of the movie, after the movie's over. Now, do you want to be a Marine? Some people might say yes. Um, I've been hearing a lot of stuff from before I went to see this movie. I heard a lot of flack from critics about the dialogue and how the script was horrible. It's one of the worst they've ever seen. But I mean, there's a huge discrepancy between, I don't know, for this movie, between what the critics think about it and what the general public thinks about it. Critics hate it. Just telling you, critics hate it. I'm not a person who listens to critics too much, so I just don't. There have been a few good number of times when movies that critics hate, I love. So you know, um, because I feel like sometimes you just gotta take a movie for what it's trying to be, and not take it for not try to judge every movie on the same standard. You know, I'm sorry, you just can't judge a movie like Battle LA on the same standard that you would Black Swan. You know what I'm saying? It's two totally different movies, kinds of different movies. They're trying to go for different audiences. Um, Even though I loved both movies almost probably equally, um, but I love them for different reasons and the reason I think they were intended to be made for. Um, But I said, yeah, Battle LA, I gave it a 9 out of 10. I thought it was incredible. I thought it was the best since Independence Day. I said, as far as the dialogue, in the context of the movie, all the dialogue, in my opinion, makes sense. It's all realistic dialogue. Now, they might say, a lot of people might say the script is weak and it sucks, but the way I look at it, it looked like, well, if you gave a camera to a Marine and had him just run around with it and watch Marines actually fight these aliens, that's basically what would happen. Like, honestly, I think that's what probably would happen. We're not trying to go for. I mean, there were times when there's definitely the heroic speeches and stuff like that, but I think I think that the critics were looking. I think they were looking way too deep into it. I think they were expecting something else. Even though I think they were expecting something else from, especially if you go back and if you ever watched the trailer of this movie, um, I think people were looking for some deep, social commentary ish kind of thing. It's like no, I expected it to be a a big wall to wall action movie, with a little bit of heart thrown in there, but I didn't expect any big social commentary. I mean, honestly, the cheesiness of it was very low in my opinion. Definitely compared to Independence Day. Independence Day was cheesy as shit, but we all loved that movie. So, you know, I think you just need to take it for what it is. But yeah, it cuts out all the extraneous characters. Um, you get to learn you don't learn a whole lot about these characters. These A lot of the Marines, like the whole crew, comes at you rapid, fast pace. It's like, okay, this Marine, this is what's wrong with him. This is what's wrong with this guy. Here's his name. Here's his name. Here's his name. I don't even remember half the people's names. All I remember is like the main guy, Aaron Eckhart's character, Michelle Rodriguez's character, a couple other characters. That's it. Like most of the characters, I don't even remember their names. I remember their faces. And I think that's what they were going for, was more so, remember these people. You may not remember the names, but you remember the people, and you remember that they fought for this country. I think it's definitely just a good you know, I Love America movie. Like honestly, I thought it was pretty fucking awesome. Or I love the Earth kind of movie. If you want to even go even more global. Um, yeah, I said definitely. If you want a good action movie, it'll tug at the heartstrings a little bit too, man. I mean, you need to get. I mean, if you get into the story, if you get into it, the little bit of story there is, there's scenes where there was a scene where I literally almost started tearing up, but that's because it was kind of personal, and I kind of saw myself in that scene. um, People who know me, probably, if you see it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's obvious. But so that's it, man. I say go see Battle of LA. You won't be disappointed if you go into it. Just go into it thinking, it's like, look, the dialogue when it comes out, it's, in my opinion, it's what was to be expected. I didn't think it was anything crazy. I didn't think it was anything rushed. I didn't think it was anything out of the ordinary for someone to say to someone else, or to speak. So definitely go see it, man. Uh, that's it for the review. Uh, and I'll see you next time, YouTube. Peace. Oh.